Vehicle number 3 as our payload. Now we'll hear from Lieutenant Colonel Margaret Sullivan, Material Leader of the GPS-3 space vehicles, and Tanya Ladwig, Acting Vice President of Navigation Systems at Lockheed Martin, to learn more about today's satellite.
But I know this isn't a real weather coincidence or anything happening, but we are going to be doing this, and we are going to be hoping that the GPS-3 will launch.
Today, everyone has
we
GPS
are
technology
very hoping that the this GPS-3 will launch.
25 years of space
so this is a satellite. This is one for the satellite.
GPS touches the lives of everyday people all the time.
I just need to do one thing.
It's changed the way we work. It's changed the way we play with over 4 billion users worldwide. We're already preparing for the next generation of GPS satellites with our GPS-3 follow-on contract, and we're inserting greater technology for greater capability. The brand new United States Space Force owns this premier asset and provides this position, navigation, and timing service to everyone.
I am doing this on... This was supposed to be on my main channel, but it
and
is
for all
on
personnel on
this,
the countdown net, we have a
on my
update from
space
GNC
channel,
informing
but
us we
it
have
is
a good
now
weather balloon
on
proceeding
one.
on with the countdown.
So
T-minus
I
4
just
minutes,
need
20 seconds
to
again.
do that real
Today's
quick.
GPS-3 Space Vehicle 3 mission is dedicated by the Space Force to the memory of Colonel Thomas Falserano, and we will hear directly from General Raymond and others who knew and worked with him just before we enter our first coast phase later on in the broadcast. Now we're currently just inside 4 minutes from liftoff. We did get the good news just a moment ago that the latest weather balloon is go for launch, so we're going to continue to count down.
That is good that the latest weather balloon is good for launch. That is extremely good and extremely happy that the latest balloon is good for launch.
Now the
Also,
Falcon
do
9
you
is
guys
now
think
moving
it
into the
will
final
launch,
stages of the
or
countdown.
do you guys say
the vehicle
no?
remains
Because
in good
as we
health.
see,
Fuel loading is complete on both the first
as we
and second
see
stages.
further in,
Liquid oxygen loading will wrap up shortly on the
don't
first
really
stage and will complete
see
at T-minus 2
that
minutes on the
much.
second stage.
It doesn't really look the
At
best
1 minute before
in the
liftoff, you'll
background.
hear the announcement that
In my
Falcon 9
opinion,
is in
it
startup.
will
That means the
possibly
rocket's
launch.
own internal
This could
computers
just
on
be a
first and second
scrub
stage are controlling the launch countdown.
And we
The
have
GPS-3 space vehicle continues to be go. The Falcon 9 team is tracking no issues on the rocket. The weather has turned green for us here in the last minutes, and the range continues to be green for launch. Now again, as a reminder, if we don't launch today, we have a backup opportunity at 3:51 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow.
But I just saw launch and I'm like, go live.
First station LOX load complete.
Launch director has
Do you
just
guys
called
think
out
it
that the
will
first
launch?
stage LOX load
Tell
is
me
complete.
in the sidebar.
We're now loading just
over
liquid
there.
oxygen on the second stage. Approximately half a minute, LOX loading should complete on stage 2.
Bye. 1 sec. Okay, I don't need to do anything good. Okay, because I know that it messes up sometimes. Do you guys think it will launch? Please tell me. I say maybe.
T-minus 2 minutes.
That is what I say
That
right
announcement
there.
tells us that chilling that we began at T-minus 7 minutes has lasted long enough.
So, Zeus or
And we
anybody
are good
watching,
for the ignition sequence on the Merlin engines coming up in just over a minute
in
40
the
seconds.
live chat. Do you think it will launch? Okay. Zeus, as you see right there, Zeus Weather and Gaming says maybe 2. But
Now coming up in the background, you can see some white plumes coming off of the strongback. There's a nice view. We have completed loading the second stage. We're now draining the liquid oxygen out of the plumbing that goes up that structure alongside the rocket.
We can do the
And
launch
as we vent
so
off the gas, you get that nice long plume you see there. where that humid Florida air meets the ultra-cold gaseous oxygen, condenses, giving you that nice white fog. That's normal for this point in the count.
The GPS...
Falcons in startup. FTS configured for flight.
Launch director is announced. We're inside of a minute. We are in startup on the flight computers. We are also beginning the pressurize stage 1 and stage 2 for launch.
Mission directors, go for launch.
Go for launch. Okay.
We've heard the final call-outs. Mission director, launch director are go for launch. So at T-minus 30 seconds coming up, all systems are go for launch of Falcon 9 with GPS 3 space vehicle number 3.
Let's just listen in.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff. Go Falcon, go GPS.
Okay, I'm back. That's amazing and launch. Hope it does not blow up. And this is for USSF, the United States Space Force Military. And this is SpaceX that is doing this. The rocket is very shaky, which bad to know. Or it's
40
just
seconds, we've heard call-outs.
the camera.
And now we're entering the throttle bucket. We're powering down the Merlin engine
Zeus,
to
that's
relieve
already
the acceleration
happened.
as we get ready for the period
I
of
know you
maximum
guys are
dynamic
like
pressure.
10 seconds behind, but it already
We're
happened.
in the throttle
It
bucket. Now we're
launched.
beginning to power back up.
Okay,
We
we
hear the
have
call
now
out
reached
exiting throttle bucket.
1,000
The 9 Merlin 1D
kilometers
engine
per
is going
hour,
back to full
which is
power.
also known as
And we are now supersonic.
0 km to kph to mph. That is 621 miles per hour. We are almost up to 20,000.
Guidance engineer calls out max Q,
Or,
the period of maximum dynamic
2,000
pressure,
miles
or
per hour.
Q, on
It
the
does look
vehicle.
very
From this
nice.
point forward,
I
although
hope
we
you
go
guys
faster
could,
and faster,
watch it.
the thinner atmosphere
I'm
will
going
put less
to,
loads
keep
on the airframe of the rocket.
This stream going with me talking
Coming
in
up
the
next
background.
is chilling
Also,
of the upper
other
stage
person
engine.
talking. Also, can you hear the other person that's
We've got a
talking
good
or no?
trajectory.
And back engine still started.
We've begun the chilling of the upper stage engine.
Can you hear the other person
Power
that's
on the Merlin 1D
talking?
engines looks good.
I think
Avionics
you
reports
can.
everything is nominal.
But I'm just gonna go check that. So we are now at 34 kilometers
We're 2
in
plus
the
2
air.
minutes
So
into
let
flight.
me check that.
Next major
34
activity
km
in
to
half a minute.
MI.
Shutdown of the 9 Merlin engines.
We
Separate
are
the
at
first and second
21
stage
miles in
and
the
ignite the
sky.
second stage engine to carry GPS and the second stage into the first of 2 orbits today. This one will be the initial parking orbit.
Okay, so you can hear it.
Falcon
Good.
9 preparing for MECO.
Good to know. Almost, the satellite is just about to
And
go
Nico.
out, as you see on the screen.
Stage separation confirmed.
Okay, that is not the satellite. What the MECO is... Okay, we're losing connection.
And we've confirmed ignition of the second stage engine after a good stage 1, stage 2 set.
That's good.
You can
Let
see
me
briefly
check
the Falcon 9
satellite
first stage in the background.
Both
one
vehicles
that
are following
have
nominal trajectories.
And see if
Call out that
they
both
have
vehicles
already
are following
put
the
it
planned trajectory.
Probably
First stage
not,
continuing to
but
coast
you
to
don't
apogee,
know.
where it'll
So
then
the one that
slowly
has
turn
just
around
launched.
and descend back to the drone ship for landing
I
in the
missed
Atlantic
so
Ocean.
many.
The second stage engine beginning the long burn to get it into the parking orbit.
What's the red
Acquisition
eye?
signal, Maryland.
Coming up, fairing deploy. Waiting to see the camera switch forward.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Okay, it's almost going to separate.
And we've got fairing separation. The two halves of the Falcon 9 fairing separating, the pneumatic system unlatching the locks that hold it together, and then the pneumatic pushers separating the two halves. As the fairing falls away from the vehicle, we can see on the left side of the screen the grid fins, the large titanium castings that are mounted to the first stage have deployed. They'll be used later as we come back into the atmosphere for precision guidance of the first stage to land on the drone ship. On the right-hand side, we see the second stage engine continuing to burn. It's at full power, everything's looking good with the trajectory. So it just passed T+4 minutes into flight. Everything is go on the flight of Falcon 9 with GPS-3 space vehicle number 3.
And then that is the satellite, that is the GPS III 3. GPS 3.
T+4
satellite.
minutes and 25 seconds into flight. We're currently in the first of 2 planned Merlin vacuum engine burns. Currently looking at the data, the second stage engine burn is nominal.
That's amazing, that launch.
On your left-hand screen, you can see the first stage as it's performing that reorientation that John and I talked about. The grid fins are deployed, and you're seeing some thruster plumes there from the attitude control system that are getting it ready so that the 9 Merlin 1D engines are pointed towards the atmosphere as it re-enters into Earth's atmosphere.
15-minute
beautiful views of the planet beneath both the first stage and the second stage. The second stage is continuing into its burn. We're expecting this burn
Both
to
vehicles
last
continue to
about
follow nominal
5
trajectories.
minutes and 15 seconds. And entry burn will actually begin on the first stage in just about a minute from now. During the entry burn, we'll ignite 3 of the Merlin 1D engines on the first stage. That'll give us a chance to slow down the stage as it ends up re-entering the Earth's atmosphere and reduce the aerodynamic loads as it starts to bite into the thicker parts of the air around our planet.
So I can hear it, but I don't know about you guys.
You can see the Merlin vacuum engine on your right-hand screen, the nozzle extension there growing red hot. That's expected.
Mess up the microphone. But whatever.
We're really, we have such a long nozzle extension on there to try to get the most performance out of the pressure coming out of the thrust chamber on the second stage engine.
Weathering Gaming, and
Coming up here in about 15 seconds is entry burn. Watch for that on your left-hand screen. That'll ignite 3 of the Merlin 1D engines,
and answer your guys'
while second stage continues to burn towards that elliptical orbit with the GPS vehicle on board.
That on the side, and I
Stage 1 FTS is safe.
A lot of questions.
Stage 1 entry burn has started.
Entry
successful
born.
ignition of the 3 Merlin 1D engines on the first stage. We're expecting this burn to last just about 30 seconds.
I know, crazy for Zeus Weathering Gaming.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
I'm gonna just call you
You see some bursts there. Successful shutdown of the engine and some attitude control bursts just to get that orientation right. Now, once we get into the thicker parts of the atmosphere where those grid fins have some aerodynamic control authority, they will do most of the guiding to take the first stage towards our drone ship, named Just Read the Instructions, which is about 350 nautical miles off the east coast of Florida.
Video.
Coming up at about 50 seconds from now, we'll have 2 events happening about the same time. The first stage will ignite its single center Merlin 1D engine for landing burn. About the same time, the second stage will perform secondary engine cutoff,
Just read the instructions,
or SECO number 1.
And we are going to see a get down.
All those 2 things occur about 25 seconds later. The first stage will hopefully touch down on our drone ship. In between there, deploying its landing legs.
to MPH.
So watch for that on your left-hand
So
screen.
we have 14,000 miles per hour into space, and I think it goes up to 26,000.
Drone ship AOS.
That goes way too fast for my brain to comprehend.
Stage 1 landing burn is starting.
Ignition of
Did
that
you guys
center
think it would launch due to
Merlin engine
all
on the
the
first stage.
weather happening?
Successful confirmation of shutdown of the Merlin vacuum engine. The guidance engineer is evaluating the orbit of the second stage now.
Nominal parking orbit.
Nominal parking orbit.
Landing
That's
legs
exactly what we want to
deployed.
hear. Landing leg deployment looks like right down the center.
We lost camera feed.
And
Looks
stage
like
one
a
is
successful
landed.
landing.
Recovery operators move into
I see
procedure
it first
11.100
stage.
on
Excellent.
ETS-9.
So that's, you know,
It landed!
we first flew Falcon
Yay,
9 10 years ago,
landed!
actually this month. Since then, it's completed 88 missions, and now the most flown operational rocket in the United States. This mission completed its first landing, and hopefully we'll have many more to come. The vehicle is now, we're actually going to enter into our first coast phase, now that we know that the second stage is in a successful parking orbit. That coast phase will last about 54 minutes and will end with our second stage relight at about T+1 hour and 3 minutes. We're going to come back shortly before that to cover the second engine start, number 2. Now, as we had mentioned earlier, today's mission is dedicated by the Space Force to the memory of Colonel Thomas Falzerano, commander of the 21st Space Wing at Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado. As a leader of the Air Force's 5th largest wing, he commanded a workforce of approximately 4,300 space professionals worldwide. We'll now hear from General Raymond and a number of Colonel Falzerano's colleagues in the Air Force and Space Force about the impact he had on all those he worked with.
1 hour and 29.
I can think of no better way to honor Colonel Tom Falzerano and his family.
That is
than with
amazing
today's
that
launch of
it
our third GPS
launched.
satellite from Cape
I'm just
Town.
going to leave
As a
this
former commander
recording
of the 45th Operations
or
Group, Tom not only
having
understood the
it
critical importance of our launch capabilities
or
here on the
happening.
Eastern Range, but he dedicated
I'm going
his
to stay
entire
back here
military career
until
to
whenever
ensure our
they
nation's
start
space
is whenever
capabilities like
I'll
GPS
start too.
continue to
It's
fuel
amazing
our
that
modern way
it
of life
launched.
and a modern way
If
of
you
work.
guys have any
Tom was an
questions,
incredible
the
officer,
views,
leader,
I will be
father, and
answering
friend
them. I will
who
be
made a
looking at
difference.
the chat.
He was in his
If you guys
prime
have
as he
any
led the 21st
comments
Space
or
Wing
anything
at
like
Peterson
that,
Air Force
also
Base at
tell
such a
it in the
critical
chat,
point
and if
in our
I
nation's history.
need to,
Before that,
then
he
I
served as my
will
senior
answer it.
executive officer,
And that is
who worked
amazing that
tirelessly
the
behind the
podcast
scenes and put in long
has
hours
over
as
10
we
views already.
established United
If
States
you
Space
haven't
Command,
watched
our
the
nation's
podcast,
11th
or
combatant
if
command,
you haven't
and the United States Space Force, our newest branch of the armed services.
seen my new channel,
Tom made a
I
difference
will
in the
leave
lives
it
of his
in the
teammates and those he
description,
led.
like
He will always
right
be remembered
soon
for
when I
caring for his
say
people
soon.
while taking care of the mission.
So
Tom had
please
that unique
just
gift of
go on
connecting with
over
everyone he came
there,
in contact with. He always had a
and
smile
go
and a word of
subscribe.
encouragement,
We're
no matter how
having
demanding the situation was.
videos every
Tom made a difference in the
or
lives of his
close
family.
to every day.
No one loved
Also,
family more than
please
he did. And in fact, Tom made us all
show
feel
your support.
like we were part of his family.
Support.
As we watch today's Falcon 9 soar high into space,
Show your
let Tom's
support,
legacy
please,
be a reminder for all of us
by
to make a
leaving
difference
like
every single day, and
and
how our greatest legacy is
subscribing.
found in the relationships
If you are
and the
new,
investments we make in the
I
people
am a
around us.
Rebel channel,
My
but
sincere
if you
thanks
want
to
to,
SpaceX,
but
the
if you
45th
came
Space
here for
Wing,
space,
and
I
the
will
entire
also
launch
leave
team for
that
honoring
link in
Tom's
the
legacy.
description down below.
Nobody
I'm
knew
just
how
trying
much the
to,
United States and our international allies rely on space capabilities
it actually has
every minute of
14
every
views,
day
the
more than
podcast,
Colonel Tom
which is
Falzerano.
pretty good.
Tom took his
But
mission
I'm just
responsibilities
going
very
to
seriously,
leave it like
but he
this,
was
where you
passionate
guys
about
can
developing
watch it,
and
then,
taking care of the people
So
under his command. Although we lost him well before his time, his outstanding legacy will live on through the air and space professionals he led and mentored during his 26-year career. For Tom's family, and in honor of his memory, on behalf of the 6,000 professionals of the Space and Missile Systems Center, we will continue to protect and defend the global commons of space and continue to mentor our people, which he so clearly cherished.
Today's launch is dedicated to a warrior, a husband, a father, a friend, an American hero, and a man whose example and leadership will continue to influence our Air and Space Force well into the future. We're dedicating today's launch to Colonel Thomas Falzerano, who was the commander of the U.S. Space Force's 21st Space Wing when he tragically passed away a few weeks ago. In a way, dedicating this GPS-3 launch to Tom is wholly appropriate, as this next-generation satellite provides navigational guidance to the nation and the world. So did Tom provide lasting guidance and inspiration to all those he led and served with. It has been our great privilege to have known and served with Tom Falzerano, and we are proud to dedicate this launch to him.
Colonel Falzerano was a strong, steady leader who was an instant friend to everyone he met. He built lasting connections everywhere he went, and he cared intensely about everyone. Here at the 21st Space Wing, we miss him every day, but we'll honor him and continue our mission. Strength and preparedness always.
Colonel He taught us what it is to be built to last, to ensure what we build today will outlive us and last for those who come after us. As we reach again to the stars, let us strive even higher to be built to last.
It's only fitting this launch today be dedicated to Colonel Tom Falzarano, a great American hero. On behalf of the 50th Space Wing and the men and women of Schriever Air Force Base, thank you for your service, thank you for your sacrifice, and most importantly, thank you for your partnership over the course of the last year.
Colonel Falzarano, teammate, leader, wingman, guide. Much like the GPS, you get people to where they ought to be. Proud to have served with you.
Colonel Tom Falzarano was a true friend of the 30th Space Wing and a personal friend of mine. I've known Tom for over 20 years when he and I were captains together at the 564th Missile Squadron in Great Falls, Montana. Tom is the kind of person who would do whatever he could to help another airman. He looked out for the folks that he led, and he looked out for his peers. And it was my privilege for the time that we were serving as wing commanders together to serve next to him. Chief?
Sir, I had the pleasure of working with Colonel Falzarano as a teammate in Air Force Space Command Headquarters. Consummate professional, consummate leader. You're missed, sir.
We're gonna miss you, Tom.
It is so fitting that we as an Air and Space Force remember Colonel Tom Falzarano with his GPS launch. Tom spent a lot of time in Florida, and in particular, as the 45th Operations Group Commander, he sat on crew for many of our nation's most important launches. Tom was truly a people person who loved his airmen and enjoyed hearing their stories. He was caring and kind to everyone he met and always found time to brag about his family. To Stacy and the children, it is our honor to represent the 14,000 men and women of Team Buckley and honor Tom for his leadership and service to this nation. For many of us who personally knew him, we'll light a cigar in his honor after a successful launch. Here's a toast.
It's my pleasure, along with other leaders of the United States Space Force, to honor the life of Colonel Tom Falzarano during the SpaceX Falcon 9 launch of the next GPS satellite. Colonel Falzarano is a former commander of the 45th Operations Group, and his legacy is felt throughout the Eastern Range. We have a saying in the 45th Space Wing: once a shark, always a shark. And the sharks of the wing are so sad to hear of the passing of Colonel Falzarano. We'd also like to pass on our condolences and tell Stacy and the children that our thoughts and prayers are with them. Falzy, I just want to say thank you for your many years of friendship to me personally, and to your many years of service to the United States and the United States Space Force. You left us too young. You are and will continue to be missed. Thank you.
That's good. It's sad that I can't even say his name died, but that is good. It definitely is. It's a good and sad. Check out all my 3 other channels that I am going to be posting on. the Random News Space Central, Random Podcast, and All Amazing Animals. Also, if I don't post on any of them and something happened, please just ask me, and then I'll tell you the reason being, because I might be working on one channel and not working on the other. So if you want to see all my 3 channels, Random News Space Central, Random Podcast, and All Amazing Animals, they are on the live chat right now. Oh, sorry that was kind of cramped. I'll do them separately. So 1 second. Could I? No, I cannot. Okay, I was just wondering if I could. Nothing. There is Random News Space Central, Random Podcast, and then coming up is All Amazing Animals. So guys, subscribe to all 3 of these channels if you have not already. So those are the channels if you want to go and check them out. And let's just get back to watching it go around the entire universe. It feels like. Okay. Guys, go check out the commands as you see right on the side from the Nightbot. Hey guys, sorry, I'm trying to get used to Nightbot, so trying to get used to him. Poor bot. So sorry.
Loss of signal, green delay expected. Loss of signal, Oak Hangar, as expected.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get used to all this stuff that's going on with Nightbot. So sorry about that. I'm just going to stop. Just stop. Also, how do you guys like the music that's going on? Just saying, if you missed this entire live stream, it will be on my Random News Space Central, so go check out that channel to watch the entire thing once again if you want to.
Acquisition signal reef.
Okay, so one thing, it looks like 1 hour and 29 minutes after liftoff, which it should come back at around 1:20 from now. But one thing I haven't noticed that 4E I might be going into weather. But we might have to just to kind of waste some time and do stuff. Okay, well, I am going to be talking about 4E now. Yay, 4E. So let me just stop sharing that screen and then put on so it is now post-tropical cyclone 4. So 30 miles per hour moving northwest at 2 miles per hour and 3 p.m. MDT, and this is advisory number 4. The next advisory, if there is going to be one, is the last one. Yay! Even though I don't like having last ones. And yep, it is the last advisory. Rail for Zeus. Where is the rip current thing? So as we see here, we still have a 10% chance for it to get to a tropical storm, but that is very unlikely. And the most likely possibility for tropical storm force winds is nowhere, so no need to be worried. But if there is any, it will be from Tuesday 8 p.m. and I physically don't think it would form, and this is not a weather stream, so let me just change it. So 1 second. I messed up. Show audio, show. Okay, so you guys should be able to hear now. Favor Zeus, where is the alert? Whatever. Okay, so I'll be back whenever. For Zeus Weather and Gaming, the you say rail ripcord statement, that happens a lot in the southeast. Well, any rail on the coast, really. It might not happen as much up there near New York. So I'll call that rail, but I really, if it was down there in the southeast, I want to call it rail.
Lost the signal, Diego Garcia, as expected.
Yeah, makes sense for Zeus. So yeah, it's kind of late on that message. But whenever this whenever it reaches the time whenever they start talking, I'll start talking because I like talking over people and I don't know what to talk about. So yeah, I just need to do something real quick. Or I don't know, whatever. wonder if you guys are still here. Are you guys still here? Hello, are you guys still here? Anybody? Trevor Juice, Weather Follower, Weather Coverage. Anybody? Boom? Anybody? Okay. Well. Oh, hello, Kate Christopher 5G LTE. Hello. Just going to say one thing. If you guys want to watch the launch, and this entire live stream, go on over to my Random News Space Center, and afterwards you'll be able to see the entire thing. So, we're seeing right... Oh, stop glitching, I almost said. Okay, so we see right here, right down at the bottom of your screen, right where you saw my cursor going around, is we are so close to the satellite finish or burst. So we're just going to keep it running until this entire thing. And subscribe to Random News Space Center, All Amazing Animals, and my new channel, Random Podcast, if you have not heard of that one yet, because I just did a new video on that, which you guys should watch. And all the stuff is in the description down below. If you want to know what it is. So I'm just going to the Random News Space Central. If you want to type this link, it's https://www.youtube.com/channel/ U, capital C, 7, capital H, capital N, cut. Never mind. Just don't listen to me. Just go into the description and there's all those channels. Just don't listen to me. Please don't. If you do, so go check out all 3 channels, All Amazing Animals and the Random Podcast channel. And on All Amazing Animals, I hope to have a video. Okay, something's happening. I hope to have a video on that channel soon enough. But as we saw here, something was just happening right then, right there, right then, right now. So something is happening. Because you guys might have already saw the satellite, and that is pretty good. We are getting closer and closer, and we are now at 1 hour and 8 minutes and 7 seconds. I could have live streamed this on both channels, but I was just like, why don't I just... I could live stream on both, but I didn't want to. Hello, once again. Hey.
Webcast of the Falcon 9 mission carrying GPS-3
Something's
Space Vehicle
happening,
number 3
something's
for the U.S. Space Force.
I don't know if you can hear it, so I'm just going to do it once again. Okay,
the first and
okay,
second
it's happening
stages.
right now.
We then had a successful burn of the second stage Merlin vacuum engine And that placed us in the desired parking orbit. You can see on the screen, we're currently 422 kilometers up. We're passing south of Australia right now. Our next major event coming up in just 30 seconds is the second start of the upper stage engine called SES-2. Currently, from the orbit graphic, we are receiving data through our ground station in Tasmania. Second stage is firing settling pulses using cold gas.
Cool.
Make
that
sure
they
propellants
have
are at the top of the inlets of the pump, ready to light that engine. And we've got video of the upper stage engine. And we've got startup confirmation.
Okay, we see something happening over there. We see stuff flying. Oh my gosh, look at that
confirms
speed.
We are up on power on the MVAC-D engine. Now the second stage will burn for 44 seconds. And that's going to add over 2,000 meters per second to the speed of Falcon 9 before we shut it down for the second time. Now this shutdown event might be called out as SECO-2. Now this burn that we are in right now will place the GPS-3 space vehicle into the required orbit prior to separating it from Falcon 9.
I don't understand him.
Views coming to you from 2 cameras on the bottom of the second stage as we switch back and forth so that we can see both sides of the engine. We've got shutdown, waiting for orbit confirmation.
Second engine cut off from number 2.
Nominal insertion orbit.
And it was kind of faint in the background, but if you heard it, we have confirmation that the second stage is in a good orbit. This is the one we needed to get to place the GPS-3 satellite into its
Are you guys still here? Please.
We're now going to head into a second coast phase with the GPS satellite still attached to the second stage.
Okay.
Now the plan is to deploy the GPS satellite in about 24 minutes. Now this wait period is caused by a couple of requirements. First, the second stage begins a slow spin that will provide stability to the GPS satellite when it separates, so it gives it a slow spin.
So we see the altitude actually going
the GPS
on
satellite
up.
itself is in view of 2 Air Force
and then
ground
we see
stations,
the speed
one in Hawaii and one in
going
California.
on down, and then we see
So
the
those
live
steps will be
camera
met
feed
at T plus 1 hour and 29
there
minutes,
or right
and that is when the separation of GPS from stage 2 is planned. So I'm going to pause commentary now during this coast, but we will come back for separation in about 23 minutes at T plus 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 30 seconds.
Okay, that was really cool and really good to know for the storm rocket. So we actually see the altitude is rising around a kilometer every like 2 to 4 seconds, and then the kilometers per hour is going down, so it is going to be going slow and slow, but it is going on up. So guys, I'm just going to pause it right here until whenever we have another confirmation or whenever we see that tick of liftoff right down there. So I'll see you at T plus 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 30 seconds.
Hostile signal Tasmania is expected.
Hey guys, so guess what? We are 10 minutes in. Yes, 10 minutes. As you see, on the thing that is moving on your screen, we are waiting till 1:28:30, and we are 10 minutes, you could say late or early. I don't know what you could call it, but we are still waiting till T plus 1:28:30. So one sec. Hello, Judah Toldo. I don't know how to say the last name. But we are doing this this live stream, and we are around 10 minutes till. Nothing much. I'm just doing a live commentary. I'm doing totally fine. How about yourself? So I'm doing a commentary of what is the launch. That is what I am doing, alright. Not launch, deploy. Sorry. Well, happy early birthday. So we're just waiting for this the 16 days. So we are waiting for the GPS 3 Space Vehicle 3 mission launch that is live, and this is SpaceX plus what is it called? United States Space Force. Also, there's one day, but there's like an entire week, which I'm not going to be able to do any videos on at all. Nothing. Is Sunday 12th to July 12th to July 18th, I'm not going to be able to do any videos or any live streams. So, no need to tell why. Just want to give a heads up. So,
Acquisition signal, Hawaii.
Not really doing a lot of gaming anymore. But I think to at least put some videos out there, I probably will be having like maybe one gaming video. But I probably have like no videos on now. So, just saying that. Heads up. So,
Acquisition signal Vandenberg.
no. So we are so close. We are physically 4 minutes away from deploy. We are 4 minutes away from deploy. Woo-hoo. Waiting all day for this. Even though I only knew at 8 in the morning. Whoa. Okay, 1 second. I said no, so no. Okay, we are 2 minutes away from the deploy. We are 2 minutes away. We are 2 minutes away from deploying. We are 2 minutes away. Okay, so let me get that thing out so we can see this live together.
Acquisition is signal South Texas.
Okay. Can you guys hear what this is saying? Could you guys hear that music? Could you guys hear what he was saying? Please tell me. Huh. So yeah, I'm very excited. 1 minute, T minus 1 minute, T minus 1 minute. T minus 1 minute. Oh, that's 1 second. Sorry, 1 minute, not 1 second. I did not mean to say 1 second. We are about to have the deploy, and then I will be ending the stream immediately. Okay, deploy is just about to happen. Deploy is just about to happen very, very, very shortly. and we will get confirmation that it has deployed.
Welcome back to our launch coverage of the GPS-3 space vehicle number 3 mission for the United States Space Force. Now, if you're just joining us, we had an on-time launch at 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by successful ascent, stage separation, and 2 second stage engine burns. On your screen is a view of the GPS satellite atop Falcon 9. Now, one note earlier, I had mentioned that today was our 88th successful launch. It's actually our 87th successful launch today. So coming up in just about 15 seconds from now is our last major milestone, and that's deployment of the GPS-3 satellite from the second stage.
It's about to deploy. I'm so ready. Okay. I'm watching with my own 2 eyes like you guys should with this live stream.
Payload separation confirmed.
Woo!
And successful confirmation of the spacecraft continuing on to perform its mission. From here, the satellite will undergo some activation checks and perform burns to raise into a circular orbit about 20,200 kilometers above the Earth's surface. And with that, that's actually going to complete our primary mission. Now, another note, if you were watching our webcast earlier, we accomplished another recovery objective today, and that is successful securing of both the fairing halves that we jettisoned early on in the mission. So we'll have those for use on a future mission. And that's going to bring our webcast coverage to a close.
So guys, I think I have to end it here. Make
Great
sure
view
to leave a
looking
like
at the
and
GPS
subscribe.
satellite
That's amazing that
moving away from the Falcon 9 second stage. We want to thank the United States Space Force for entrusting us with today's GPS-3 Space Vehicle 3 mission. And we also want to thank the satellite manufacturer, Lockheed Martin.
In the next one.
SpaceX is one of 2 certified providers for national security space launch